Hey everybody, it's finally ice fishing season here in Nebraska, and I figured since it is that season, I should show you how to tie the easiest ice fishing jig, ice fly that you can do. So to get started, we're going to take some of these jig heads. Get these at Cabela's, Bass Pro, something like that. Pop that in your vise there. We're going to take some thread. I'm using white ultra thread 70 denier here. We're going to get started with that just like you would any other fly, right behind the jig head there. Get rid of that excess, and we're going to wrap it back to the bend of the hook right there. Now we're going to take some marabou. I'm going to go with, this is going to be a green and white fly jig, whatever you want to call it, because that's one of my most productive color combos. And we're going to pick out a feather there, and we're going to grab some of that and just peel it off the main stem of the feather there. Alright, get rid of some of the extra long ones. And now we're going to measure against our hook shank here. Got some extra long ones in there, so we're going to pop those apart. Let's do about there. I'm just picking the extra long fibers off there. Okay, that makes more sense. So it's going to be about a whole hook length. We're going to transfer that measurement back to there, switch hands. We're going to wrap this up towards the jig head. Snip off that. Clean it up a little bit with some thread. Still have some extra long guys back there. That's okay. Fish don't care. And then we're going to go to our ultra chenille. We're going to do white for the body. So you can clip off a chunk if you want. Sometimes I just leave it in the bag there. We're going to start this here. Lay it just on top of the hook shank. And same deal, we're going to wrap it all the way back to the hook bend. Then we're going to take our thread and move it back up. Now, if you have a rotary vise, you can take a couple half hitches there, secure that thread, and swing your thread rest over. And this is set too high, so we're going to knock it down there a bit. What we're going to do, if you don't have a rotary vise, you're just going to go the old-fashioned way, my goodness, and just wrap it like that. But if you do have one, we're going to spin it. Just like this. We're going to get it up to that jig head there. Swing that bad boy out of the way. And we're going to secure this chenille down. You know, I went one too far. One wrap too far. We're going to peel that guy back there. There we go. I think that'll do. Yep. All right. Secure that with 3 or 4 wraps there. Come in nice and tight and trim off that tag end. And then we're going to secure that down right there. And now if you're good with doing half hitches, you can half hitch it to finish it off, or use a whip finisher like I do, because I get calluses on my fingers that will cut this thread like it's nothing. There you go. Cut that thread off. Boop. And adjust that guy a little bit. There we have it. Just a little underwater ice fishing jig that will catch a ton of fish. If you want, you can be done there, but I like to get everything just a little bit more secure. So we're going to add a dab of Zap-A-Gap right on that thread collar. Just a little bit. That'll do. And there you go. You can fish it just like that. You can spruce up the pattern a bit. You can add flash, whatever you want. You can dub the body instead of using chenille. You can change these a lot of ways. But that basic one right there, fish it just like that, or tip it with a spike or a wax worm or something, and that's a fish catching machine. So let me know if you catch them. We'll see you next time.